now we move on to report from Strategy and Finance, Policy on Structures on Roads 2010.
Can I just check on timing? Like
12:45 was lunch, and we'll come back at 1:30.
Okay, thank you.
And finish by 4:15.
Oh yeah, we'll be finished. So, I don't want to tempt fate by saying when we'll be finished by. Oh, hang on, aren't we supposed to, haven't we got a set of minutes to do first?
Yeah, the ITI minutes.
Yeah, the ITI minutes of
Item
16. Oh, we've already done them. We already did them on item 3. So, policy on structures on roads, proposed revisions.
Yep.
Now, this went through the ITI committee and then ended up at Strategy and Finance. And on, I think, the next resolution, there's a request to actually sort the policy out on not having to go through two committees, but actually to sort the
was actually
to sort the terms of reference.
There was a disability intersections and disabilities policy which came to both the
Yeah, but this one came to both too.
could have
Yeah, this is a report from
Philip.
Strategy and Finance, but it went to ITI.
Yeah, it's gone
Right,
through both.
that's right.
It's gone through both.
Yeah.
So this is going to, I'm just noting this because when we get to the next one, there's a request that we actually sort the mechanism so they only go to one.
Yep.
Yeah. So, all right, so would someone like to move this one? Paul, Raf, put the motion. All those in favour say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed say no. That's
Dave's got
carried.
his hand up. Dave's got his hand up.
No, he isn't.
Just the alterations there in B with taking out the exception, I'm not actually sure that makes sense. We've taken out the exceptions and then we're actually taking out the exception on the circumstance, so there's no need for another circumstance that covers every. I'm not a lawyer, but I'm not quite sure. I'm struggling a little bit to see how that gets applied with that alteration in B.
Sorry? Where?
Committee considered the policy make the following changes. B. Going down.
Committee considered that the policy should cover the full circumstance.
Well, maybe it's not on that page there.
What number is it?
Page 131.
So 1C was amended. So 1C was amended so that...
It's going to amend 2B, was it?
On a case-by-case basis.
Oh, one...
About this here.
Takes that out. So it's
Okay,
for
1C,
everywhere.
1B.
Then we've got the circumstances.
Yeah.
So for the central city and exceptionally elsewhere, so... All underground services will be protected from the structure. No structures on the road being interfered with or obstructed.
Remember
So
the bit,
who took that out? Was it Strategy and Finance? Or?
yes, we canvassed this quite carefully there. The bit that we had changed were the exceptional circumstances.
Yeah.
So we argued actually that needed to be slightly broader than what was originally proposed in the policy.
So I moved a number of amendments at Strategy and Finance which were intended to allow the policy to apply in suburban areas as it applies in the central city. So removing all the references to in exceptional circumstances, it would be unusual, that all of those sort of things, so that in areas like Sydenham, Littleton, other older areas where this might be used to usefully save or enhance buildings, it could be, rather than the policy being worded in a way that almost set out a set of expectations that it wouldn't generally be applied in suburban areas. So the spirit of the amendments was to allow this to apply in suburban areas as it applies in the central city.
How does that make a problem?
What I was saying is if you take out the exceptional elsewhere, and I don't have any problem with that, what are the circumstances that may be included? Because there's no circumstances that, unless you're wanting to vary the conditions of the policy, so there were exceptions where you could vary the policy. Because that exceptional circumstances where this policy was going to apply to those other urban areas.
So you don't need that phrase, the circumstances may include, so you can take out that entire
That was the one
sentence
that I
and
was
take
struggling
out
because I couldn't work out what the circumstances
applications
were.
would be
Yeah.
considered on a case-by-case basis.
Whole sentence.
So if you remove the two sentences that refer to exceptional circumstances, and
Well, I
then the
don't know,
policy
because it
applies.
says exceptionally elsewhere, so you have to define what exceptionally elsewhere means.
Except that
But it's
we've
not- we're
removed
taking
the
out that.
exceptionally elsewhere.
So it's, all underground services would be protected from the structure, so there's no exception. Well, then you have to take out the phrase central city out of the, sorry, I hadn't appreciated the amendments, it's
And
really,
sorry, I
it's a
haven't
good
until
idea
just
to.
rereading it right now.
Okay, so it's, can I just defer this one
Yes, please.
and leave
Over
Dave
lunch,
to
we'll-
work with
yeah.
staff about the actual wording,
Correct.
and then we'll come back to it just to,
We know the intention is to put it over the whole of the city, is that correct?
yeah,
Yes.
that's right. So not apply an exception basis for the suburban areas.
Yeah, it just becomes a drafting issue in the light of the
It is a
amendments.
drafting issue,
Yep.
so, yeah, but that's fine. I don't know how,
Got to get it right.
but anyway, that would have been, I don't know if that would have been picked up at ITI, because it wasn't, it was
No,
like
it's
that.
changed after
working
ITI.
through. Yeah, so again, all right. Thank you. So let's